Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Heart of the Swarm on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries in our StarCraft 2 campaign playthrough. And in this episode, we're going to go talk to Abathur.
Abathur.
Hi, Abathur.
Conversation make.
Powerful weapon. Greatest leader.
Greatest? Abathur. Everything I've done to the Swarm has been for my own revenge.
Oh yeah? Well?
Wind determines purpose. When purpose changes, Swarm changes. This our function.
You know, sometimes you're not so bad, Abathur.
Unclear.
I love Abathur.
I am
Abathur is
bad.
awesome. But yeah.
Very bad. Not good.
Well, I was thinking about doing the whole rallying cry for everyone, but to be perfectly honest, now we don't need it.
The weapon has been shattered. Your swarm is poised to move.
The
Only
reckoning.
the palace defenses remain.
Assault Mengsk Palace. Yes, we will.
Assault the palace.
Over the next two parts, we will be doing the entirety of the reckoning and the ending credits, ending cutscene and credits.
It's time, Valerian.
The evacuation is still underway.
I can't afford to hold back any longer.
Promise me you'll avoid civilian centers.
I can't do that. Arcturus would see that pattern in my movements and use it against me.
Because he is an asshole.
Then millions will die.
All right. Just stay out of my way, and I'll do what I can.
Well, I mean, we could still get that 0 civilian casualties trophy.
No, we can't. You see,
Damn it.
Our Ultralists had this funny thing of walking into street lamp posts, and lamp posts count as civilian casualties.
Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet. Korhal will endure, as will I.
mean, you got a lot of mech there, dude.
Nice quote. I'll engrave it on your tombstone.
No, we won't.
Yay.
Isha, Zagara, Stukov, Dahaka. All my brood mothers, all my queens. Hear me.
Hear me.
The time for planning.
Fear me.
Now we tear them down. Attack. And
Do not stop until they are all dead.
You evil bitch.
Elo
Let's
Kerrigan
play.
is fun to play with, okay? Yeah, as Pascal is mentioning here, our composition is going to be Kerrigan Hydras with Queen support. Because that's what works.
Never should have come back to Korhal. You are surrounded by the Dominion's elite.
Yeah, but we've been taking out the Dominion's
And yet
elite
they
for the
still
whole
won't be
campaign,
enough to
dude.
save you. How many bodies will you hide behind?
I've had enough of your tongue. Men, whack them out.
So Mengsk starts with a forward
No
base, like
time.
right in front of us, which is why we're advancing to go and take down this this small skirmisher force that's here. But the big thing that you got to worry about is the fact that there is a resource base over to the left of our starting position. Sorry, over to the right of our starting position that we should take relatively quickly, and we are going to take. It's just going to take us a while to actually, get benefits from it. It is important to solidify this this base, because this base is effectively the only one that we are, although the resource node on the right is definitely usable as a military front, this our primary hive cluster is the only one that I actually care about. So there's that.
Okay, so step 1. Repel the advancing humans.
Make your peace.
Oh, and spread creep as much as you can, because creep is good.
We will spread the disease of utter destruction upon Mengsk's collective body.
I sense.
But
No. It can't be.
behold the spoilers.
My queen, a Terran battle cruiser is inbound on your location.
There's something familiar about Jim?
Let's finish the job.
I
Yay!
didn't think you would come back.
We're both tied up in whatever happens here today. We do it
And
together.
after this, I get to make love to an alien babe.
No, Jim still has way too many conflict of of morals to actually, you know, try to solidify our relationship with Kerrigan after this.
That's alright. That's what the internet is for.
That is what the internet is for.
I am the
Very
swarm.
squishy.
Jump cut. It is important to note that my jump cuts here are mostly just for you know, time sinks.
I mean, Jim really doesn't ever have to help that Mitch. I mean, the most we could ever ask for is that he well, that he pleases Kerrigan, and he already has done that.
More creep tumors. Now there are 3 bonus objective points on the map that should be showing up relatively shortly. It is imperative that you attempt to get all 3 of these points at the same time. I will not be doing that because getting all 3 of the points at the same time is mostly impossible. Only mostly. It is definitely possible. You just have to know what the fuck you're doing. But yes, these three bonus objective points. If you manage to get all 3 of them at the same time, the resulting force that you get access to in order to push down Mengsk's palace is fucking insane. But I'm not good enough at the game to actually get them all at the same time.
They have to be done simultaneously.
If you want the game-ending push, yes. But just getting them one after another is enough to make some pretty significant dents in Mengsk's forces, as well as get you a continuous stream of minor reinforcements for the rest of the map. I personally think that Stukov is the best one to go rescue, but his is in the top left, which is why it's always the last one that we get.
Speak. We hold out limits.
Please, my queen, if you help me, I will help you. Please, my queen, if you help me, I will aid you in battle. Please, my queen, if you help me.
It is time.
God damn it, withdraw Kerrigan before she gets down for 30 seconds.
Well, no, I want to have her here for this push. The big thing that is hurting Kerrigan right now is the fact that we don't actually have Mend or Queen support for her. But we don't really need Queen support for her. I mean, we've got Apocalypse now, so we could do a bunker bust here.
Huh. Bunker bust. That's alliterative.
No time like the present.
No time left for you.
We're almost ready to attack the Dominion. Moving out soon.
All right.
Yippee-yi-yay.
I did manage to expand over to the right resource node. I'm using it as a forward military base in order to reinforce our Hydra forces.
It is time.
Now this node is actually Zagara's forces, and Zagara will give us a bunch of Zerglings and Hydralisks, and Banelings, which is why, you know, this wave is not actually all that important, because, you know, it's Banelings and fuck Banelings. Look, Banelings are good in the multiplayer, I swear, but like, I have never been good with Banelings.
Sky Fury Squadron, destroy the Hyperion.
Raptorlings, eat the
Big fleet coming
tanks.
this way. Could
That
use
is
some
not a
help
tank,
taking these guys
Raptorlings.
down.
Damn it.
The Hyperion must survive.
Yeah. Keeping James alive isn't honestly all that big of an issue. The only real thing that you need to successfully keep him alive, to be perfectly honest, is throwing him some creep boosted Hydralisks every once in a while. Or if you want to be super cautious about it, you could just have Kerrigan sit over there.
That was another jump cut. I saw that.
Yeah. I decided to switch.
Kerrigan
Over a little bit
is-
from. I didn't actually fully commit to switching over, but I noticed that because our composition is relatively squishy, I wanted to have some roaches along with it. So I made a roach warren, but I've not actually brought roaches in yet. So yeah, that is a thing that I hope to do towards the end of the next part, if you will. Look at all the tanks that they're throwing at us.
Yeah. A lot of scatter too. That we are trying to mastermind like 3 different attack units at the same time.
It's more like 1.5 to be perfectly honest. The waves that get sent Jim's way and the waves that we supply Jim with aren't honestly all that important. Dahaka's wave is full of a bunch of primal Zerg units, specifically primal Zerglings and primal Ultralisks. You would think that those would actually make it a really good wave, but no, they're not. They're just, very basic.
The Dominion forces.
At some point, it'll stop being wintertime, Mr. Cloud, and then I will probably no longer be sick.
Yeah. It's actually, what gets people sick, actually, is that big jump between it being, like, 59 and humid to being, 41 and fucking cold out. That is the part where people get sick. I'm not sure exactly as to the scientific explanation why, but that's, I mean, a lot of people I knew got sick right around that change of temperature.
What is it this time?
I should really go take down that factory, but there's a whole microcosm of military factors there. The reason why I want to go take down that factory is because there is a hidden bridge that you can activate if you actually decide to take down that military outpost. And it will make reinforcing from our primary hive cluster much simpler. You'll notice that the Haka swarm actually made it into the main area of where Mengsk is sitting, but they aren't going to get any further than that. Sadly, Mengsk has the ability to reinforce that area relatively well, so it's a bit difficult for them to do much of anything else. So we're going to go rescue Stukov now.
Yay. There really should be a bonus trophy for taking down all the Mengsk statues in the city. I mean, Borderlands 2, at least, that made a whole mission in the City of Opportunity that you take down all the Handsome Jack statues.
It wasn't all that. Did you get a gun reward for that?
What was the reward? I mean, you get an experience reward, you get a money reward. I think that's about it, though, because it was an entirely optional mission. And also really, really annoying for me to do in my Borderlands 2 playthrough for the channel, if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, because, I mean, I couldn't help but notice that there are statues of Mengsk all over the place, and that is the classical way of declaring, when you sack the city, you take down all the edifices that represent the controlling faction.
Make your peace.
I think Kerrigan just wants to kill Mengsk, though. I mean, she'll let the resulting rebellion, once Mengsk is dead, take down the statues. No! Our military base!
We will let these statues stand as a mockery to the facade he had tried to keep up with propaganda and lies.
Destroy humanity's only chance at salvation.
Yes, salvation,
I've got a
afterlife, rewards
full
after
swarm
death.
of Hydras with Queen support and Carrot in here.
There is no life after death. We are the life after death. After we infest your corpses and make you human slaves.
Retribution.
I mean, Queen of Blades Kerrigan would most certainly do the Terran infestation, the Terran infesting. This Primal Kerrigan doesn't honestly do that or need to do that.
So I haven't seen any civilians yet.
No,
so
there are no civilians aside from the occasional motor car every once in a while.
Your path is clear.
Yay, we rescued the Stukov.
Let's finish this.
Hiroshima, August 9th, 1945, 9:30 a.m.
It is time.
It's a fine day, people open windows, they leave their houses just for a short walk. And in the next episode, we end this.
Yes. All of this.